Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube, and today, I don't know what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. I'm starting a new challenge, and I don't know how this is gonna go, but the challenge I'm starting is my own. For my 10-year anniversary, I made my own legacy challenge for The Sims 3, and each generation is inspired by an old Barbie movie. So naturally we have to start with Nutcracker. She's not making the best face here, but this sim is pretty much the founder of the challenge. This is Clara practicing her ballet, and yeah, I don't even know I don't even know what to say. So you may have seen the speed build for this house. I built this house. The university mascot is still here. But I built this house and built it specifically with this moment in mind, with like starting the challenge. However, if you have to start the generation with Clara as a child, and Clara has a younger brother named Tommy, which meant that I had to make Tommy a toddler, and I didn't really plan for that. So I added a crib and a potty chair to her grandfather's room. I need to turn auto lights on. But anyways, yeah, I'm so awkward. I don't even know what to say. So basically, if we flip over here, okay, there's the challenge. Again, oh, look at there. Created by me. So each generation, like I said, follows a Barbie movie, and they go in order of release. So Nutcracker, Rapunzel, Swan Lake. Each generation has a main sim with a backstory. They have a set of goals, and they also have a set of rules that reflect the plot or themes of that movie. There is a difference between rules and goals. So rules are things that you must accomplish during the generation. These are required, where goals are recommended extra things to do per generation, or if like maybe you're looking for a little more guidance on how to do different things. This is optional. Traits and lifetime wishes should reflect the character and the theme of the story, but not all traits and or lifetime wishes are assigned. When they're not, it is your choice. No money cheats outside of setting up the story for the first generation. No cheats or mods that greatly affect gameplay and how rules and goals are completed. Only one heir per generation can continue the legacy. I need to add unless otherwise stated, because there is, I think there's at least one, possibly two generations where you might have two sims. But it's because of the story. You can choose the heir through storytelling, personal preference, or random roll unless specifically stated. I personally prefer typically to have my youngest sim be the heir, which is not the case here how we're starting out because Clara has a younger brother. But typically I normally save the heir as my youngest sim, but it's totally up to you. Aging must be on and set to normal or long lifespan unless you play with a custom lifespan like I do. You may use mods like NROS mods to manage the world, but there are no aging cheats allowed unless it is required by a generation for whatever reason. The heir must follow the romantic and family guidelines of their generation. So if it says like your sim has to get married, like marry someone, like your sim has to get married. If it doesn't specify if they get married, don't get married, get divorced, whatever, like it's up to you. Adopted or supernatural children are allowed, unless the generation specifically says otherwise. You may only move in sims that are story relevant, so love interests, family, allies. There's even a couple of times where you might have to move in a villain. You're not moving sims in for money or convenience. Each heir should pursue careers or skills that reflect their story or movie, so like Clara here is not going to go into the criminal career because that does not fit her. You may use ambitions, showtime, and other expansion-based careers. Skill-based / self-employed careers are also fine. Skill-based goals must be completed without cheating, but you can use skill books or items like the tab cast. There is also, if you didn't know, if you go to NROS, they actually have an extension for the tab cast that offers more skills. With this legacy following Barbie, I am going to assume that your heir is always going to be a female sim, and because of that, I will be using she, her pronouns in the generation descriptions. However, you don't have to play with just female heirs. If you want to leave it to fate or the game to decide what your heir will be, it's totally up to you. You can totally do that. If you want to ensure a girl, though, you better buy up some watermelons. And because, of course, there's pink tax even in The Sims, the watermelons are more expensive, so I would get a good plant going of them. So, Generation 1, which is where we are, the Nutcracker. The sim you're starting with is Clara. The recommended traits are good, brave, artistic, and childish. Now, as you can see, I only have 4 traits here, and technically only 3 of them required. I actually kind of broke my own. I don't know if I want to say it necessarily broke the rule. I'll explain when we look at Clara here in a second, but I don't have all 3 of these traits right now. But by the time she reaches young adult, where all 5 of her traits have to be, will be filled, I have to have at least these first 3 there, as her traits. Her backstory: she always believed in the power of imagination, even when the world and her grandfather Drosselmeyer told her to grow up. Raised in a quiet household with strict rules and little room for creativity, Clara found freedom in stories, music, and painting. One fateful winter night, her dreams and reality seemed to blur, and through courage and kindness, she found the strength to stand up for herself and protect those those she loved. Now she must decide what kind of world she wants to build for her future family. Okay? Also, if you do come, I always include kind of a tidbit for how I feel about the movie the generation is inspired by. As the generations go on, I say more and more. So, they start pretty short here at the beginning, but I'm going to give you a heads up as you continue to work your way through the generations, for which there are 23. My little snippets here do get quite a bit longer, but anyways. So the rules, remember, the rules are the requirements. You must begin the challenge as a child with only one guardian sim, which is supposed to signify the grandfather Drosselmeyer character. You cannot move out of the house until your logic skill is at level 8. You have a strong relationship with the Nutcracker, which is the imaginary friend. And I know I did it to myself. I don't like them, but we're gonna do it. And the Metamorphium potion is made. As a teen, your heir, or Clara, must sneak out at least once, symbolizing her quote-unquote escape into the fantasy world. You cannot marry the quote-unquote Nutcracker, so her imaginary friend, until she has reached the top of her career, whatever career you might choose. Once married, move into or build a Victorian-style palace home. Now, I'm already living in a Victorian-style home, so I would just build another. One room of the home. Goodness, buddy. One room of the home must be dedicated to painting, music, and or toys, symbolizing the heir's imagination. So this is tying back to the house that she'll have when she's older. She must have 2 children, which symbolizes a balance of imagination and legacy. Her world continues, but she focuses on raising her kids in a loving, magical home. And the generation ends when the heir is a toddler and stolen, which that part builds into Generation 2. Now, the generation goals, these are optional. Your sim must learn ballet. If you have the Stiff as a Board, Light as a Feather dance collection from the Sims 3 store, which I have linked, so it will take you right to that should you decide to do it this way. There are other ways to get store content. Or your sim can take after school ballet club. I will be having Clara do both. We must also have a strong bond with our imaginary friend, who is the Nutcracker. We have to max the painting skill. Goodness, buddy. Then we have to turn our imaginary friend into a human sim, and we have to remain as best friends. We will be going into... I picked to have her go into the firefighter career, which I have not. I don't know that I've even ever actually played with a firefighter career. If I have, it's been so long that I don't remember. But I thought it could be kind of fun, just a little bit different, because she's saving, in the Nutcracker, Clara saves oh my goodness, what is the kingdom called? I feel like it starts with Elysium. I don't know. She saves the kingdom. She's, the sugar plum princess. And I don't know. I just thought it'd be something different. And then restore peace. So we have to turn a negative relationship with an enemy or a disliked sim, which is supposed to represent the Mouse King, and make it into a good one, signifying that kind of her goodness wins out. And I suggested the world of Storybrooke County, which again I have linked. It's a My Sim Realty world if you would like to download it. It is the world that I am playing in. I think this is a really pretty world. It is a bigger world, so I'm a little nervous. This could lead to some lag. It's one of the My Sims Realty worlds that has like the city side, and then it has like the more rural countryside. We live in the countryside side. Because I felt like that fit just a bit better. And then I've also done a bit of character building here. So as you can see, Clara is distraught. She is in mourning. So I made her entire family, okay? So she has her grandfather. And then what I ended up doing, Clara's last name, if you see, is Roberts. And I'm pretty sure her name is technically Clara Drosselmeyer in the movie. But I am going to have the last name of the challenge be Roberts. So we will always take, the Roberts last name, regardless of who our heir is. And that is because that's Barbie's last name. Her name is Barbara Roberts. Barbie is her nickname. So I thought that would be kind of fun if that was the last name we used, instead of trying to come up with a new nickname every generation, which could be fun. I was tempted for a minute, but I'm like, no, I really like the idea of doing Roberts. So her last name is Roberts. I'm not quite sure how the family tree would have worked. Like, I don't know if grandfather Drosselmeyer was actually her mom's dad, but that's how I set it up. So we have grandfather Drosselmeyer, and I named him Thomas. I don't know what his first name is, but I was like, well, maybe Tommy is named after his grandfather. So, like, Tommy, Thomas, okay? Now, Thomas had to have had a sibling of some sort in order for Clara to have her aunt, Elizabeth, Aunt Drosselmeyer. So I made Thomas a brother. You can probably tell I didn't put a whole lot of effort into this Sims design. I spent, like, literally no time on him. But he does have a daughter, Elizabeth, who is Aunt Drosselmeyer, who is the one that gives Claire the Nutcracker doll. And then Thomas had his daughter, Margaret, which is Barbie's real mom's name, is Margaret Roberts. And then her dad's name is George Roberts. So because they're dead, that's why it says X. But they've both died, which is why Clara and her brother Tommy now live with her grandfather. So I made the whole family tree so that it would all work out. Now, she is not seeing Elizabeth as her aunt, unfortunately. That does really annoy me. She just sees this person as a random sim. But this is still her aunt. So I don't know if that's something I could have done when I was editing relationships. Now that I think about it, I didn't even bother to try doing that. But Elizabeth is here. They do know her, but they are in mourning because their parents did just die. So now Tommy isn't, because Tommy doesn't know any better. Also, Tommy looks just like their dad, and Clara looks just like their mom, which was not intentional. I didn't mean for them to look just like one parent each, but I really wanted Clara to have the blonde hair and blue eyes, and her mother had the blonde hair and blue eyes. And when I was randomizing genetics, Tommy just happened to get his dad's features, which is like this dark brown hair and this like steely blue gray eye. So I don't know. Anyways, this will eventually be Tommy's room. They have a Jack and Jill bathroom between. This is Clara's bedroom. Over here is where Grandfather Drosselmeyer will be. He has his own bathroom. The downstairs, we have a formal living room, parlor, office, I don't even know. And then the dining room, pretty small kitchen. We have I guess this is also a living room. I meant to put like an old-timey TV in here, but then I decided against it. But we do have another living room. So I guess this could be the living room, and maybe this is, you know, the office. I don't know. Also, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to furnishing Victorian-style homes. This is the first Victorian house I've ever built, and so, like, I'm sure it's very clear. I have no idea what I was doing. So, before we start, I do want to walk you through the Sims. So we have Grandfather Drosselmeyer. He has no sense of humor. He's disciplined, a perfectionist, he's a snob, and he is proper. Now, he is at the top of his career. I kind of want to have him retire. I don't know if he's allowed to retire. He's not an elder. He might not be able to. Okay, doesn't look like it. So, he's at the top of his career, but yeah, we'll just see how that works out for him. He does have the private museum. I have no intention of doing any work towards this. I just didn't know what else to give him for a lifetime wish. And then there's Clara. Now, like I said earlier, your sim is required to have at least 3 traits, which are good, brave, and artistic. And I gave her good, athletic, and artistic, 'cause athletic will come in handy with her ballet skill, which actually just feeds into the athletic skill. But I figured, like, at this point in time, she hasn't really had much to show for being brave, so she hasn't really been brave. So I thought that might be a better trait for maybe when she's childish, and then we could when she's a teen, and then we could do the trait childish when she's a young adult, because, like, she just has such fond memories of, you know, her time as a child with the Nutcracker and everything. So I'm waiting for him to show up in the mail. Oh, he's reading the newspaper. I was like, I've never seen that message before. What is that? So I'm waiting for mail. It'll probably come tomorrow. But it's gonna be like Aunt Bernice, or, you know, your great 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 uncle, or I don't know. And I'm gonna pretend it's from Aunt Elizabeth. Now, she's working out. Technically, she's doing her ballet. I'm gonna let her do that. I'm gonna have her shower, and then when she's done, I'm actually gonna have her, oh, she learned échappé. I'm gonna have her go to the library when she's done, and we are going to have her join the after school ballet club. Alright, grandfather, what are you wearing? Did you put your formal outfit on? I think he did. Oh, he's mourning his daughter. Very sad. He's proper, so he's gonna put on his formal wear all of the time. So I'm not going to go out of my way, the lag. I'm not gonna go out of my way to try and, you know, forsake technology of any kind, but I also kind of like the idea that this house doesn't have a lot of modern technology. It doesn't have a computer, it doesn't have a TV, and I think that could be just interesting. That, like, maybe grandfather is very old school, and so he has absolutely no interest in having anything like that. Why is the fire already lit? Oh, you know what I need to have him do? I need to have him go upstairs and try and go into his bathroom, because as far as the game is concerned, there is a fireplace right here. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I really hope it works. I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't. And I'm probably gonna have him start. Oh, good. I don't know if he can get into the laundry hamper though. Well, there's nothing in there. I'm gonna actually have him start potty training Tommy. Now, I'm thinking, you know, in the movie, he probably got them when Tommy was older, when they were both older. But I'm kind of stuck. I only gotta... No, 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 no. No, don't do that. That doesn't help anything. Go pick him up. Where is it? There it is. Where the heck is pick up? So, the plan here, seriously, there you go. Oh, Elizabeth's already out there getting herself a date. Okay. Oh, is it Clara? Yeah, she stinks. Okay. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is, I know this video is not going up on Friday, like I originally wanted it to, but I'm gonna have the video go up on Friday, and I'm going to lock them in this bedroom for right now, so that he can keep potty training. I'm gonna have this go up every Friday, which does impact right now my FEEG upload schedule. So I'm going to record FEEG parts to be just a little bit longer. And yeah, and we're just gonna kind of make do with it for now. I'm partially, like, I'm debating if I want to switch to just always have this, like, this challenge going. And then rotate between the other 4 challenges, but then I'm like, I really don't want to do that, because then it's going to take me forever to get back to a challenge. I like what I have going, so then I was like, maybe I should post this on Sundays or on Tuesdays or Thursdays when I don't typically post. I don't know. Right now, I'm really close to finishing FEEG, possibly 1 part left. My voice is going. I'm possibly only like 1 part from finishing FEEG, so like it's not like that will last long, but then we're gonna switch back to I'm a Lover. So I don't know really what I want to do, but I want to play this. I want to test it, and if I was streaming, I've even considered maybe this is something that I start streaming. And oh, they have the tubes. I haven't used these things in forever. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting off task. And now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, like, I even considered, like, maybe I could start streaming. Oh, there's our aunt. It could be something fun, but I don't know. I'd be kind of wary of doing that just because I really want to have, like, a steady schedule for streaming, and I cannot guarantee that. So, I don't know. That's also, I just don't know if I simply have time for that. Where is my voice going? Alright, we need to go talk to our aunt. Oh yeah, she's also mourning the loss of, it would be her dad, and then her cousin. Can we show off our, yes, show off your pirouette. And her aunt would be all over it too. Show off your plie and your échappé. It'd be so cute. Oh, she's a little short for that. Oh. She's like, it's okay, it's okay. Alright, show her. Oh, the little ballet outfit. That's so cute. She's like, yeah, that's my niece. Oh, she does not look happy to be demonstrating this.
Oh, not a lot.
I know. She's got one more to show you though. Wow. Even Elizabeth's head was moving with it. Yay, that was a lot of pictures. I really enjoy being your friend. And now we're gonna have minty breath. Wait, what did I say? Wait, what did I say? Did I say I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I'm a child. Please don't yell at me. I'm a child. I'm sorry. I saw minty. I thought it. Well, I really don't want you to argue with me. I am slightly insulted, yes. Tensions are high, okay? People just died. Yeah, I did not mean to click that. I should have read that a little better. Oh, there we go. That's better. I was honestly a little afraid she might reject our hug.
Bravo.
Oh, my dog's outside.
Naboshu. Newub.
I hear him woofing.
Tiwu.
Oh, and now I'm getting all of the story progression notifications, and I don't want those. I just want blood and friends.
Awabo. Ayatiko. Hakasitina.
Ask her about her day. Maybe play some rock, paper, scissors.
Tubani waga.
Chat.
Zorb.
Kubi. Nizuwoba.
Maybe share a secret.
Chilat. Mushakalaki.
Are those? Those are the Into the Future bugs. Okay. I've got flowers I can go pick. Not that I really need the money, but those are some pretty good flowers over there. Oh, look, there's more of them. Is there somewhere to work on the nanobots around here? Is that why it's giving you... Oh, I didn't ever realize the alchemy shop was the little houseboat over there. That's kind of fun. Did you... I don't think you finished potty training. I just realized they're still locked in the bathroom upstairs. Unless Tommy is stuck. Yeah, it looks like that's not going too hot. Okay, we're gonna read these. Okay. Grandfather used the bathroom, and then we can potty train Tommy. Okay, why is it still giving me notifications? Yes, so you said. Okay, let's come home. Oh, we don't have any food. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? We would totally have a maid. I don't remember if a maid cooks though. I think a butler cooks, but I don't have room for a butler.
Shabel, Vamagangza, Brazidi Dean.
All right, let's go feed Tommy. We'll unlock the door. And then I guess grandfather can go make some salad. I don't have anything else to eat. He has no other skill. Okay, come in. Come home. Alright. I almost feel like the game's not working. Okay, go in here so your grandfather's not in the dark. There you go. Alright, so we're just waiting for him to make up some dinner. Okay, the fire is out, is lit again. I don't know why. Oh, the maid's already here. Oh, he's going upstairs to clean the potty. Okay, I don't know. I'm really glad you want to go paint, but I want you to eat first. Oh, he's putting my food away. Okay, I mean, yeah. I understand why, but... Okay, where's Tommy? Playing with my dolls. Oh, I didn't realize I had laundry already. It is raining. I actually kind of want to have her go upstairs and practice while she's still in her little ballet uniform. I think that'd be really cute. Oh no, she's too tired. Oh, but it's almost up. Okay. Maybe we can still get it. Alright, let's go potty train Tommy. She might switch into her athletic wear, which I really don't want her to do. Okay, bye. Dang it. Can I switch her back? Do I have access to her? No. Dang it. That's a bummer. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this part here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I do have my gaming channel and my Twitter, along with my new challenge, linked down in the description below. So if you'd like to check either of those things out, I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.